Suzanne and Danny are arriving at our design studio. They are in desperate need of a major makeover for their family home, but can't agree what to do. Today, they'll be handing over control to two rival architects, each challenged to produce their perfect home. Welcome. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that your excited face?
Kinda.
Yeah. Smiling, slightly terrified.
I feel a bit sick, but generally, yes, very excited.
It's a good mix. Suzanne and Danny are well overdue making some serious changes to their home in rural Bedfordshire.
When is dinner?
It's a 3-bedroom 1960s bungalow, but with 3 children aged 2, 5 and 7, and both parents running businesses from there, this home is bursting at the seams.
There just isn't enough space for all of us and all of our stuff. Don't take all the food, otherwise it's not fair on the others. We just all get on top of each other, don't we? Obviously, they're my children and I love them and I want them to be in our space, but just not quite so in our space.
The feeling of being squished into a small home begins the second you come through the front door. 6 doors open off the dark hallway. 3 lead directly into bedrooms, 1 to a storage cupboard and 1 to the only bathroom. The 6th doorway leads through to the only living areas. This room has to act as lounge, dining room, home office and playroom. The kitchen is off the living room, crammed in at the front of the house. Suzanne and Danny's bungalow simply doesn't fit a growing family of 5. They have some serious problems to solve. The first is that tiny kitchen.
Cooking is really important to me. We love entertaining as well, and I think that could all be 10 times more enjoyable if we had a bigger, brighter space to cook in.
The second thing on their hit list is the dining area.
The dining room really doesn't work for us because it's just a table pushed up against the wall. When there's 5 of us around it, someone literally has to stand up and move if anyone needs to get back to the kitchen.
And if we have friends over, there's absolutely no chance that we're going to get the people over to sit down and eat. It's just not happening.
The third problem to fix is finding a place for the kids to play without getting under everyone's feet.
Kids have got things everywhere, so we're trying to walk around the sofa or in this area where we can watch TV, but you're sort of kicking toys about, treading on toys. I can't even sit down and play guitar without one of them coming over and turning the guitar amp knobs, and it's quite annoying.
Speaking of guitars, Danny is seriously into his music and a guitar teacher. He has an impressive collection of vinyl and instruments which have long outgrown his man cave in the garden. They now fight for space with all the stuff Suzanne needs to run her interior design business, focused on kids and families. As a result, one of their 3 bedrooms has become a dumping ground, so 2 of the children share the 2nd bedroom, while the youngest is in with Suzanne and Danny.
We have 3 children, so at the moment, BB, who's almost 3, sleeps in our room.
Another thing is that the bedrooms and the living areas are really close together. So I know it's a bungalow, but it'd be nice to have some kind of separation in the feel of being in the bedroom part of the house and then the feel of being in the living part of the house.
While Suzanne and Danny agree they need to extend, they've spent over 3 years totally divided on what the extension should be like.
Generally, our approach to the whole thing differs. I like things to look beautiful, so what I'm hoping for is something really different and amazing, and he wouldn't think about making it amazing.
Suzanne's priorities would be the theme, the colour. My priorities would be space and practicality.
Obviously, I'll get my way. Let's not pretend it's going to be any other way.
Suzanne, control freak? Never.
We just really haven't got enough space, have we? None of us have got enough space.
Okay.
So definitely is having an effect on us now, so.
And so eldest is 7.
Eldest is 7.
How long does it feel like you've literally been bursting out of this home?
7 years.
Is it fair to say, Suzanne, that you have a big vision? You have quite a clear idea of the scale of what this should feel like. If our architects give you the dream home in virtual reality, do you think you'll persuade Danny?
Yeah.
Emphatic, yes.
Straightforward.
Yeah. I think I will look at everything, whereas if one of the architects has put in something that you love for your records, that would be the reason
selling
you would want to go for that.
What kind of budget are we working with?
So we've got 70,000 is all in. It is a lot of money, but it's not a lot for the space that we need. So we're going to have to be quite creative.
And this is your forever home, so they need to come up with something presumably quite...
Special for this one, yeah.
Yes.
OK. Suzanne and Danny will have to choose between the designs of two very different architects who will be vying with each other to win the work. Laura Jane Clark specialises in residential architecture. She's driven by a passion to find innovative ways to regenerate homes. Laura believes the best homes should have style, but must also perfectly fit the everyday lives of their owners.
For me, it's architecture and design coming together to create those incredible moments, whether it's a beautiful view in a hall or a space that you don't want to leave. That's my job, and that's what I have to bring to homes.
With Suzanne and Danny's home, she faces a classic challenge.
Bungalows are really hard work. They tend to be a really simple rectangular form, but often the ceilings are quite low. So when you extend them, they get very, very dark.
Robert Jameson is an experimental architect who draws inspiration from around the world, not least the natural simplicity of a tiny island he owns just 15 miles from his native Belfast.
And there's no built structures on the island, and I think for me that's what makes it so special. I mean, everything kind of man-made exists over there, and here's a real natural, and it does provide an opportunity to think, to allow kind of, you know, the mind to be free of other distractions.
So, free of distractions, Robert is trying to figure out a way to win this commission.
So Suzanne and Danny want something that's fun and practical, and I think that is really interesting because our homes can be sometimes so static, and we need to have a bit of fun in our lives. They're going to get fun and practical.
Back in the 1960s, Suzanne and Danny's bungalow was a modern, innovative home. But 50 years on, it's not quite cutting it. Robert and Laura have come to Bedfordshire to see the problems for themselves. They need to come up with designs which unite a couple who just can't agree on what they want.
Aha, this is the storage room. That is quite telling. This obviously would be a great bedroom, but it's just full of stuff, you know, suitcases, guitars, loads of toys. There's obviously just not enough storage in this house.
Robert's discovering the open-plan spaces have a lot more going for them.
So here we have the living, dining, kitchen space. It really kind of works in many ways. You've got a view, you've got light coming in, you've got the fire, so it's really well organised. It's just the space that isn't right.
We're actually in the birth of open-plan living, which was borrowed from American architecture. But in America, the plot sizes were much, much bigger. So when that kind of gets translated here in our smaller plot size, everything needs to shrink down. So this would work if it was about 3 times bigger.
Kitchen, grim. We have sink right next to cooker, so no space in between. So you can see this is a really small kitchen. Take away that wall and already it transforms the space.
Wow, look at all these guitars. I can see Danny is totally different to Suzanne. I think we need to bring a little bit more of his personality into the new house.
Laura and Robert have their work cut out. Not only are they competing for the commission, they need to try and solve a huge list of problems on a budget of £70,000. Now's their chance to get to the heart of Suzanne and Danny's dreams and differences.
What are your problem areas of the house?
Is the front door, because it's straight onto the sleeping area.
There's nowhere for us to spread out a little bit or have our own space. So when everybody's in here, I often feel like I can't kind of breathe.
So do you both approach design together? Do you kind of work together on it?
Not really, no.
To be honest, you don't care that much. You don't care like I care.
I probably don't care in the same way.
How do you visualise the change?
Well, one of the things we would like to do is make it really fun for the kids. And I'm kind of hoping for a new, radical, interesting idea.
Okay, radical. I like radical.
Suzanne and Danny are chalk and cheese when it comes to design and taste, but they can agree on one thing: that house is far too small and cramped. So my job as an architect is to take this 3-bedroom bungalow and turn it into this mid-century masterpiece that I know it can be.
The major issues for me are the fact that beyond everything else, we need 4 bedrooms. But this is a lot to ask in a very tight plan, and we will need to extend, but the extension needs to be really quite clever.
Laura and Robert must each come up with a radical remodelling of Suzanne and Danny's cramped bungalow. They'll then reveal their designs to the couple in virtual reality.
It all starts with these goggles. Wearing them transports people to a virtual world where they can experience our incredible graphics for real. Using these, we can show and do anything. We can take away walls, change colour schemes, even control the sun. Then, using a bit of telemagic and this green screen, we can transport people into the designs.
Where we can see them experience their virtual homes as if they're in them for real. This will be Suzanne and Danny's first glimpse at the 2 options they'll need to decide between before they build their forever home. But just how brave will they be?
It has to be a big idea, and that's what I've kind of created. This is kind of very unconventional and quite dramatic.
I think you should be scared.
Yeah.
You saying unconventional.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, it will transform how they live.
And that's exactly it. You're here for something exceptional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laura, tell me what we're going to get from your design.
Space.
OK. Laura, you're up first. We'll spy over here. We'll be heckling you. No, I won't. Robert will.
OK.
While Suzanne and Danny get to experience Laura's design, it's also revealed to me and Robert. Soon he'll discover exactly what he's up against.
Wow. It's our house. It's quite strange. It really is like being in our house. The detail is amazing. Like, the wall planner is like falling off the door and you've actually put that in. It's really strange.
So obviously you recognise this is your existing living area, and this is what I think you should do with your house.
OK.
Time to find out what Laura's come up with.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow, look. Just look at that. Wow, look at that.
It looks so different.
I love it.
They're smiling.
Laura has added an extension to the back of the house, creating a huge flowing space which makes the most of the wonderful views and floods the kitchen with light.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
The new extension is 52 square metres and creates a huge interconnected kitchen, dining room and living room. The old kitchen has become a snug, offering a calm, private space, and the enlarged footprint allows room for much-needed storage and a big master bedroom with an ensuite.
Got the dining, big bifolding doors.
Yeah.
And then if you turn to the living room, you can see, obviously, your fireplace.
Perfect.
And we've got all of Danny's records on display,
Oh,
but
look at that.
do you know what, Suzanne? You can just move this
look at the
wall
record.
across and it can all be hidden.
What?
So, yes.
Amazing.
So you can have Danny on show as much as you want and then just hide him away.
Just hide him away.
Can I just say that I am sold already? This is amazing. I love it.
Just want to go home and build it now.
I want to be there now. Yeah, I just want to be in it. Well, I am in it, but I just want to be in it. So...
You see this great big steel storage wall.
Okay.
So your children and all
They
your
can put
neighbours'
all their
kids-
artwork on.
Absolutely.
It looks amazing.
Laura's plan combines innovative space-saving designs with beautiful materials to give Danny the storage and practicality he wants, while satisfying Suzanne's desire for style.
Okay, should we go into your kitchen?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Love it. Loads of storage, and then there's a hidden utility room behind all of that.
I mean, she wanted sleek, she wanted modern. It definitely feels like that.
Oh, I love it. I love the kitchen. I love the units.
I love the worktops. Look at that.
It's interesting the kind of those little points that Laura's picked up that are really important to them that I have
Ignored.
ignored or well have felt are maybe not as necessary as getting the kind of the
Ignored.
architecture. You know, those can come. You know,
You know what they need, is what you're saying. They don't even know yet themselves.
well, yes,
Yeah. Oh, that's so architect, isn't
maybe.
it?
Laura's design isn't limited to the open-plan living areas. She's also transformed that old cramped hallway because coming home should be a joy.
So we're right in your entrance hall. So a really simple move
Yeah.
would be to take away the ceiling,
Okay.
expose existing roof trusses.
Wow, that's amazing.
And let there be light.
And the climbing wall, look at that.
The kids are going to go absolutely crazy for
That's
this. It's
amazing.
brilliant.
Oh, hello.
Oh, here we. Oh, look! Oh my goodness!
I love an old climbing wall. What's this?
I even suspect it's a place where the kids can lie in and look at the stars.
Like a hammock.
Like a
Stop
hammock.
it.
Like, and they can climb up through and scream. I mean, that is. I mean,
That's
having
magic.
That is brilliant.
That is magic.
That is clever.
I must admit that when I saw the kind of living room, kitchen bit, I wasn't 100% sold. But with this hallway, I get it now and I love it. I'm definitely getting there.
Suzanne just said, oh my goodness, I love it. Are you feeling confident having seen this?
I'm feeling confident that they will be surprised.
Okay.
Right?
So you're producing something that they don't even know they want.
Well, yes.
Okay.
And you're almost transcending their expectations.
Oh, I mean, that is a big setup.
The hallway provides the fun Suzanne wanted for the children. For Danny, adding a lobby before the bedrooms creates separation between the living and sleeping spaces. Off the lobby, in the extended part of the house, is the new ensuite master bedroom.
So I really wanted to give you a wonderful master suite.
I'm there, I'm so there. I love it. I love the window. Big window.
A really nice picture window, and it you know, you can lie in bed, you can go out the window. The little window opposite the bed is at terrace level.
Love it.
I'll take it. Thank you
You're
very
sold.
much.
Laura's plan offers a huge transformation and space for the family with their £70,000 budget. The new configuration has sleeping, living and play zones, each offering practicality and that all-important style.
Danny, I mean, he's quiet. He's not saying much.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Danny on board,
We gotta get Danny on board.
or I'm going home.
Cross eyes.
Back in the room.
Right, I'm gonna go and see what they think. How was it?
Good.
You're smiling.
We're happy. It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good.
I'm in there.
You're sold. Danny's
I'm
done.
in the house now. That's it.
Didn't
Really?
even need to see another one.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Robert was a little put out by that.
I'm relieved now because I know that whatever
got
happens
one
now,
either
there's
way.
an amazing house there.
Laura's design not only has the potential to revamp Suzanne and Danny's home, but yours and mine too. Glazing can really transform a house, adding light and drama, but it's a big investment, so you need to get it right. If Laura's inspired you, here's what you need to know.
That skylight, I mean, beautiful. And it's that big moment that Suzanne was really, really after. But the whole roof has to be taken apart, presumably, does it?
No,
Or they just cut a hole?
They cut a hole. It's like putting a skylight in, but it's a little bit sexier than that because it isn't a big complex frame opening system. It's essentially glass that sits on top of the trusses.
And clean expanse of glass is quite luxe.
Definitely. It's not necessarily about being a really cheap alternative. It's about saying, right, well, we've got the opportunity to do this, and sticking a couple of skylights in will not give us the same effect.
It's just not the same drama, is it?
Once you've made your house beautifully light, how do you go about creating a play zone, which is a little bit different?
A climbing wall in the house. I mean, the kids love you.
I just thought it'd be a bit of good fun. Really.
It's like playful in there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Is it safe?
I mean, obviously, you need to get engineers' advice to make sure the wall will hold.
The weight.
Yeah, just sensible, really.
The heart of any home is the kitchen, and believe it or not, 1 in 10 homeowners spend over 50 grand on renovating theirs. If Laura's inspired you to revamp, here's the lowdown on getting a luxury look for less. But first, you need to work out what goes where.
As long as you know the units that you can buy and the space that you've got, you can work out your own kitchen layout. And there's a really simple principle, which is called the triangular rule. So as long as your fridge, your sink, and your oven is in a triangle, you're laughing.
Really? So what, you can swing to them easily?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the
Circulation,
Yeah.
I think they call it in the biz.
If you're short on space, Laura's other top tip is to create your triangle within a horseshoe of kitchen units.
By creating a U-shaped kitchen, you're using space that's, the whole of that horseshoe.
What would happen if you hadn't done the horseshoe thing, which I'm totally on board with, by the way?
Well, I suppose a few things. You wouldn't have extra workspace and storage, and also you wouldn't have the opportunity to have a nice breakfast bar, to have that, kind of an extra place to sit. And also aesthetically, if you're sitting in the dining room, you would see the sink, very obviously, you'd see the oven, you'd see everything. So it just kind of, by turning that round, it creates its own little zone.
It's Instagram home, isn't it?
Definitely.
That's the layout sorted. So how do you go about getting that luxury look on a low budget?
This kitchen is the lowest end, but you can play around with the doors. So not necessarily buying custom-made doors or getting a carpenter to make doors, but facing the doors that you've already got.
So stick with the original and then slap something on top of it?
Absolutely. And what we did was had brass sheet laser cut, and then you surface mount the brass on the doors.
Easy. Where do you get that done now?
Well, there's loads of different companies, laser cutting companies.
Okay.
If brass isn't your style, suppliers have countless other materials and finishes on offer.
It was about giving a real wow factor. Everything had to work really hard. It had to look fantastic, had to be really functional, but also had to be very cost effective. So it was quite a hard one, but it's one of my favourites actually.
Now it's Robert's turn to try to win over Suzanne and Danny. The brief remains the same: create more space in a stylish yet practical family home, which can unite the couple, working to a budget of £70,000. Time for Laura to see what she's up against.
Let's have a look at this transformation. You ready?
Okay, ready.
Let's go.
Oh,
Right, here we are. We're back in your house.
We are.
It's just like being in the house.
But a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if it was this clean all the time.
Yeah, that's just wishful thinking, I think.
We're standing in the corner of the living space and we can see problems straight away. Just through that door is where all the bedrooms are. The most private, most sacred part of the house, let's say, and then the master bedroom. And it's also where your front door is. There's a fabulous back garden, but there's no aspect towards it, there's no view towards it. So the first thing I want to do is start afresh. I want to take everything back, okay, to the existing fabric of the building, back to brick walls. So let's have a look.
Whoa. That's amazing. It looks absolutely huge.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared now, to be honest.
Robert has stripped everything back to show how big the space they have really is. He wants to begin his radical transformation from a blank canvas.
But I guess the question is then, how would we live in this? Or what can we do to kind of make this the space that you want, yeah? And that means putting the internal rooms in their right places. Are you ready?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes?
Yes.
No.
Hold
yeah,
on,
go,
hold
go,
on,
go,
hold
go.
on.
Whoa.
Oh my word.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Robert has completely reimagined the layout of the property, creating an extreme, open-plan warehouse-style home. Extending at the side as well as the rear has created a new front door, opening directly into a vast kitchen, dining and living space overlooking the garden. The bedrooms are gone. Robert's moved all the sleeping areas to the front of the house and replaced conventional bedrooms with 4 space-saving sleep pods.
I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it.
Oh, she loves it. Oh, no.
It looks absolutely huge.
Wow. I'm quite emotional, actually. The whole space is just immense.
If we look over to the right here, the front door is right here. So
Okay.
we enter into the house through the front door, but we don't want to kind of be part of those private areas of the house, okay? So this is where you bring guests and you would sit down here. But this is also your living area. A view to the garden is opened up, enjoying that fabulous view.
It's interesting that we both split the house into private and public. I've done it that way. Rob's done it that way. It's fascinating.
A polycarbonate end wall and other unorthodox materials help stretch their budget to the limit.
If we look up, because this is a very unconventional and radical domestic roof construction because it's actually more industrial. And to soften that, I want to introduce a covering. This here is what's called stage fabric, and it softens the room.
That's so clever because, you know, you'd dampen the light, you dampen the sound. It would just kind of make it almost feel like tent-like.
A vaulted ceiling has been in my mind since we started talking about doing something with this house. So to have such a huge vaulted ceiling is amazing. It's really, really different. I want to see the rest. I want to know where everything else fits in.
So this is living, okay?
Yep.
Beyond this wall here is sleeping.
The second part of Robert's design focuses on his innovative sleeping spaces for the entire family.
So here we are at the front of the house, and there's this timber box, okay? What we've created here is not bedrooms, but sleeping spaces. And you can see that the doors open. These pods offer that kind of private element. Okay?
Yeah.
Each bed, you can see it's just tucked away.
I don't know what to say.
It's such a totally different concept that
No.
It's so different. It's hard to kind of get your head around.
So they're literally boxes with mattresses. I mean, you're sleeping in a box, you are.
I mean, we said we wanted radical and unconventional, and this is definitely that.
That's definitely radical.
Robert has one more surprise up his sleeve, and it's a big one, running almost the entire length of the house above the sleeping pods.
In a traditional house, it would be an attic space, and it could be a storage space, but you can see the netting around the edge of the box. It creates a playroom.
That's amazing. The kids would just love that. I think if I went to somebody's house and this was their house, I would be blown away and I'd go home and I probably wouldn't stop thinking about it. So it hadn't even crossed my mind that we wouldn't have like proper bedrooms.
It's going to make the decision very, very hard.
I mean, it was important to kind of create an environment that was inspirational, joyful, and playful. And hopefully that's what I've achieved.
Nailed it.
Nailed it?
Get in there.
Oh, getting there.
I really love it as an idea. I love it as a plan. I love it as an image. I love it. But as a living house...
You think no?
I'm not sure.
Out there.
Amazing. Really out there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Unconventional.
Yeah, unconventional.
Totally. Yeah.
Now what do you think?
I don't know now. Just completely sort of like...
It's two completely different, completely wildly different options.
The fact that two people can approach the same shell and create something so different. It's bonkers. I'm going to go and see what they think when he's not there. Okay. Mind blown.
just a bit, yeah.
How did we just see?
Mind
I've
blown.
no idea. I'm speechless.
I mean, that has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, as they say.
Yeah.
I have no idea which one to choose.
We've got two amazing options.
I mean, I do not envy you guys. I really don't. I mean, I do. Two fabulous designs,
Yeah.
but I
have to decide.
I don't want to decide.
For the last 200 years or so, the nuts and bolts of home layouts have barely changed. We even define houses by the number of bedrooms they have, a 3-bed semi, a 4-bedroom detached. But if you feel brave enough to create a home fit for the 21st century family, what do you need to know?
Robert, sleep pods for bedrooms. What were you thinking?
Why should a room be dedicated to a bed? Let's rethink how we can use this space, because if we have a 3-bedroom property, okay, and we want 5 bedrooms, but we don't have the space for 5 bedrooms, how else can you sleep in this home, okay?
Is it architecture over practicality?
Architecture kind of addresses all of those things. It doesn't mean that architecture isn't practical.
Pods may take some getting used to, but you could deck them out efficiently to fit your more conventional needs.
Of course, this is very unconventional, okay? But it gives so much to what is a small space. There's so much more going on. And then you can go away into your sleeping space, right?
Yeah.
We sleep in it. If you want private, we can go upstairs.
Yeah, we think your bedroom is where you hide, where you have privacy, where you retreat, but actually it's really where you go to sleep.
Like,
Once you free up space, the possibilities for creating dramatic open-plan living are endless. We're all used to the conventions of house building. Bricks and mortar, trusses and roof tiles, stud-work and plasterboard. But increasingly, architects like Robert are using industrial materials to save time and money, and add a contemporary look. So where should you start?
Talk me through the roof.
Okay, so the proposal here was open up the entire floor, okay? And to do that was to actually kind of place a new roof. This arrives in panels, very fast construction, particularly with a steel frame, okay? Everything.
Okay.
Typically, whenever you're thinking about doing any work, 50% is material and 50% is labour.
Right.
This reduces that labour cost right down. It is an industrial roof.
Yeah.
It has an aluminium kind of top layer, so it's your outer shell of your raincoat.
Yeah.
Then it's got your fleece or your insulation layer.
Right. A little gilet.
A little gilet with arms. And,
Yeah.
and then it's got your kind of the underside, right? So
Okay.
this is your roof. It comes in panels, 1.2 metre by, I think, up to 7 metres long. So you can purchase kind of 15 panels and they're slotted together. It is just one homogeneous kind of skin from ridge to edge. And as well as that, there's opportunity for colour as well. This is silver. Planners might kind of object, you know, in
Okay.
cases where kind of maybe a slate is more traditional. But then you can have any colour. I mean, the planners might want, you know, more of a kind of a battleship grey.
And you
or-
would have to ask planners.
on your drawings, you would specify
Okay.
what your colour is. And
So
if-
it could be in green, so it like
Greens.
retreats into the country.
yeah, greens or like a darker colour, like a black or a grey. Okay?
Fine.
And then it becomes more in keeping with the environment. But it is such a fast construction,
Cheap.
you know. It can work out cheaper than a slate roof on all those kind of substrate layers.
Robert's design is extraordinary and turns convention on its head. When bringing radical projects to life, early consultation with specialists and building control is a must.
What else have you used?
Polycarbonate. Typically used on conservatory roofs often, or greenhouses. This has a thermal property, okay? It's also
It's like paper, it's like a yogurt carton.
it is, but it still has those thermal properties. If you do your research at home, you do your research.
I didn't do my research.
Well, if you look at examples of beautiful examples of where this is used
Yeah.
in typically more in Northern European countries, you know,
Okay.
where they really have carefully considered the detailing of this and the quality then internally of this milky wall that just gets this light pouring through, you know. I mean, to have seen this in the virtual reality kind of really reinforces the joy of this property. A really playful, really enjoyable, and really kind of a magical home, you know.
Both Robert and Laura's design solutions take a very different approach. Robert flies in the face of convention thanks to innovative construction materials and a reinterpretation of how we use each room. Laura's puts practicality at its heart and adds serious wow factor with a glass roof and striking finishes. Now, Suzanne and Danny face the big decision of which one to build on their 70 grand budget.
I think you're veering towards Laura's, and my gut instinct was to go with Robert's.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, I'm quite confused. We could happily live in either of them. What we're going to do then, just put the two in a hat and pick one.
I think we're going to have to.
Three months on, back in Bedfordshire, Suzanne and Danny have agreed on a design.
It's been really hard to make a decision, and after a long time of talking and debating and speaking to our family and our friends, we have finally made a decision.
Long after her virtual tour, Suzanne remained in love with Robert's warehouse-style space, sleeping pods and all.
What I really love about Robert's design is he just delivered exactly what I asked for, which was something out of the ordinary, and I just loved the wacky, unusual nature of it.
By contrast, what I really love about Laura's design is the bifolds going out onto the garden and just having that whole family in the same area, watching TV, cooking, homework, whatever, as long as we're all together. That brings the family closer.
But I think both had everything that you need, so either way was always a win, wasn't it? So.
So a strong vote for each side, one for Robert and one for Laura. But that's not quite how it works. What'll it be?
After a lot of debate and a lot of discussion, we did finally agree, and we agreed to go for Laura's design.
The reason we've ended up going with Laura's over Robert's was it kind of addressed everything which we needed within the home.
Danny has won me round this time. It's not a first. He does get his...
First of many.
For me, one of the main parts about Laura's design that I really love is the cargo net and the climbing wall. So the kids can play there, or they can just be playing in any of the open parts of the house. But then we've also got the snug, so if we need a bit of quiet time from them, then, you know, we can have a bit of peace.
But realising the dream hasn't been easy, with 3 kids, 2 jobs, a build and a budget pushed to the limit.
There's been a few times where somebody said, hey, why don't we get rid of that glass in the roof? Let's just not do that. We can save a few £1,000s. And I know, because I've seen that in the virtual reality, that was my absolute favourite bit. And I think losing that would really ruin the design. If that had just been on paper, I probably could have easily lost that and said, oh, well, yeah, that doesn't make that much difference.
Meanwhile, it's the new extended living space that's keeping Danny going.
So the part of the build that I'm most looking forward to is this area here, where the big old bifolds opening up in the summer, even in the winter if it's warm enough, just being out that view. So standing back here, it's just a massive picture window as it is at the moment, but that is going to be amazing.
Laura's design forms the basis of their new home, but Suzanne has never been one to copy someone else's ideas in slavish detail.
We actually made the bedroom a little bit bigger, because at the moment we have a massive bed, and I really didn't want to lose that because the kids come and get in bed with us every morning, and it's quite a squeeze with 5 of us in the bed. So we've made the bedroom slightly bigger, and the middle bedroom we've made slightly smaller.
We've made a lot of tweaks. I'm not entirely sure if Laura's going to approve of these tweaks, but we shall soon see.
The work on Suzanne and Danny's bungalow is finally complete.
This is an exciting one, I feel. Suzanne is very creative and has real opinion on what she likes. Like, she knows exactly what she's into. Is there anything in that design that you'd be gutted if she had gotten rid of?
Definitely this shaft of light as you walk in with the picture window overlooking the garden. But I know, because I worked with the builder on just kind of finalising the details of getting this glass in. So I know it's there, but I'm desperate to see how they finished it.
The home wasn't designed to meet the needs of this growing family, and for the past 3 years, they've been living on top of each other, always compromising over how to use the limited space they had. The kitchen felt claustrophobic with everyone in it. The family dining area was awkwardly crammed into a living space that also functioned as a playroom and home office. And a serious lack of storage space turned the much-needed 3rd bedroom into a dumping ground.
I'm imagining, you know, how cramped they were, how restricted they were in the space. It's going to be quite nice to see them breathe.
Do you know what? I think we're actually nearly here.
It's chilly, isn't it?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, a bit chilly.
It's a bit cold, isn't it?
Yes. It's not much happening out here, is there? I'm hoping a bit more dramatic, a transformation.
It's quite a dramatic transformation inside.
In there.
Very excited to show you, slightly nervous to show you.
You can't be any more nervous than I am.
Really?
Go on, let's start,
Let's
yeah?
go and have a look.
Amazing. It feels completely different to that pokey, little hallway of before. I mean, it's totally transformed.
The previously dark and confusing hallway has become one flooded with light, with views out to the landscape beyond.
When you see just how much of an impact this window has, you wonder, why doesn't everyone do it on their bungalows?
The way it's all opened up, it makes it feel vast. And it's so much nicer than putting standard roof lights in. It just gives such a simple line having this glazing just sit on top of the existing
And you keep going like this. And actually it does give that sense of scale, of height, of drama. The kids, I bet, are obsessed, are they?
They love it, and they can't wait to have the cargo net in there. Dixie says she's going to sleep in the cargo net every night underneath the stars.
They're yet to have their climbing wall and cargo net installed, but the kids already have plenty of space to play and store toys.
I love what you've done. I mean, the colours and the plywood, I mean, it's beautiful. It's like
There's a lot of plywood.
The amazing thing is that, like, you've basically built all of this.
Yeah.
The cork flooring.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Your handiwork.
That's my handiwork.
I mean,
yeah.
that's surprising, no offence.
I'm as surprised as you are, to be honest. It's yeah, I've never laid floor in my life, so.
Amazing. How was it to work with?
Easy, just slot, click, done, basically.
We ended up doing the floor throughout the house because our insulation is so bad. So we decided to insulate over the top of all of the floorboards, get new radiators in the rest of the house, and then cork's got really good thermal properties, so that's why partly why we decided on that.
I mean, this is wonderful, but I want to have a nosy. Shall we? This way?
Yep.
This way.
Laura's virtual design promised to transform this cramped bungalow into a workable open-plan living space with storage aplenty. Her vision is now a reality.
You're kidding me.
At the rear, the new extension stretches the full length of the bungalow. At one end is a new master bedroom. At the other is a light-filled interconnected kitchen and diner, doubling their living space.
Can you remember standing in here and what it was like before, having to move, you know, you to move in to let Danny go by, there was no space. You talked about actually sometimes feeling like you couldn't really breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing. The space is just what we need.
Yeah, we can be cooking and the kids can all be in here and it's not too much.
Suzanne and Danny decided against Laura's idea of a utility room off the living spaces. Instead, they made space for a central island in their kitchen.
Kitchen looks incredible. Is it just is there a flat pack kitchen underneath this?
Yeah, so it's just flat pack units which we made up and fitted, and then we had some plywood delivered. We took it to a furniture place and they cut it all to size for us, and then we've just fitted the doors.
It does feel quite different from what you had proposed with all of that brass finish and the darker wood. Are you okay with that or offended?
No, not at all. I'd never be offended. I mean, the principle's the same. You get a really inexpensive kitchen and you put whatever you want on it.
Now, I don't want to kill the buzz with a bit of practical chat, but like, what happens if your bolognese spills all over the plywood? It feels like it might ruin it.
It's been treated, so it's been oiled, and then it's sort of waterproof and easily wiped. Just like any standard worktop.
Listen to him go.
Hey.
And the oiling's really nice because you can slightly change the colour of it, but you still get the grain.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you get a stain on it, you can sand it down and re-oil it.
While Suzanne and Danny have kept their budget down by using plywood, they've spared no expense on their choices of fixtures, fittings and accessories. All part of a painstakingly curated colour scheme to tie the house together. In striking contrast, picture windows and bifold doors are framed in black to draw your attention out to the stunning views beyond. A large dining area also sits in the new extension, putting an end to family meals crammed around a table jammed up against a wall.
It's gorgeous. Also, unusually, You've gone for a plywood
Plywood again?
table.
Shocker, Angela, shocker.
This is great because it's like just a full sheet, isn't it?
This is basically,
Pretty much, yeah.
it is basically a full sheet, and then we've got these legs which you just screw into the table. But this is completely changeable, and if we ever wanted to change the size of it, you just literally whip the legs off to put something else in place, and when this side gets grubby, we can just turn it over.
Yeah. You could have one side of it that the kids can draw and paint on, and then flip the other side.
That's actually a really good idea.
It's cute, isn't it? Thanks. Invoice in the post.
Over in the living area, a wall of built-in storage has freed up floor space. And the half wall to the kitchen doesn't block out the light.
So this little pink wall that has become our flower bed was a big feature, really, for the design, wasn't it?
It separates the spaces, but you've still got the light, you've still got the view. And this was basically the original living room, dining room, playroom, everything.
Yes, I really like that. I like the fact that it separates the kitchen, but not completely. So, you know, we can be in there cooking and somebody's in here playing or watching TV or, you know.
And that's definitely a couch for 5.
It is.
Yeah, and a half, or 6, maybe.
We actually bought the sofa in 2 halves, and part of it was from the clearance section at the shop, and the other half we found on Facebook Marketplace. And then we've just added some new legs to it.
Yeah, and the wooden leg does make it feel kind of...
It feels a lot more kind of designer, high-end,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Laura's design has utterly transformed the living areas of this 1960s bungalow. But what about the new master bedroom?
This is it.
Oh my God! It's like a hotel room.
It's great, isn't it?
This is lovely.
This wasn't exactly the plan.
I mean, I don't care what the plan was. Can I? Sorry.
You can.
I? It feels like we could all fit in here. It's a massive bath. I mean, it's not a normal human
get in with
bath.
you.
Sit in. Oh my God, a view of the trees.
It's great, isn't it? We were going to have these doors that kind of slid open so that you could sit in the bath and look out with the window. But the doors just turned out to be a massive faff, and actually we just love it being open because it makes the room feel twice as big.
Bigger. Yeah, and it does feel like a hotel. It's like really luxurious and fabulous.
Great, isn't it?
I love it so much.
Suzanne and Danny finally have relaxing spaces to enjoy together and with their family. The house has turned from being cramped and chaotic to an oasis of calm. This renovation is an incredible achievement for the whole family.
I mean, your budget wasn't massive. It feels like what you've got for that is kind of incredible.
I think we wanted that little bit of luxury because we've always put the kids first. We've never really had like a really nice space, which is for us. We splashed out on some things like the light switches and the bath, but then we could have tiled this whole bathroom, which would cost a fortune in tiles and in labour. But actually, we've just stuck some thin ply sheets on the wall.
And it ties in with the rest of the...
It all ties in.
It's obvious that you have a really clear sense of design, of what works. People probably would think, you don't really need an architect. You could probably do this yourself.
I think what Laura has designed is absolutely amazing, and I'm really happy with this bedroom and this view because actually I wasn't that fussed about having a window out to the view from the bedroom, and now it's one of my favourite things.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely.
Well, I'm sold. But what's Laura's verdict?
I have actually been holding back the tears as we've been walking around talking to them. It's so nice hearing how happy they are with the space and how much work they've put in to make this incredible home. It's an emotional journey. And this entrance hallway and the big picture window at the end, I'm so glad it stayed. For me, it's this bit that holds the whole design together.
For years, style-conscious Suzanne and practical-minded Danny couldn't agree on how to extend their bungalow, but it feels like they've finally got it right.
How tough have the last 6 months been?
Extremely tough. Definitely the most stressful time of our lives. It's just been really hard trying to juggle running a business, 3 young children, the build.
If you knew how hard it was going to be going into it, would you have done it?
Sitting here now, yes. Yeah.
That in-between stage is not easy at all.
In those dire moments where you thought, you know what, we can't do this, did you go back to that original vision and you could see that design? You were like, OK, come on, hang in there, hang in there.
Yeah, actually seeing things form is just, that was helpful, so helpful.
And there was loads of things where people were saying to us, just simplify this, don't do this. And I'm really glad that we put our foot down. Like the roof was quite tricky for lots of reasons, building control and various other things. But I think, although you're in the middle of this massive stress, you might as well just go for it and get that end result.
Let's talk cold hard cash. 70k was the budget.
I think in total we've spent 85,000, but 5,000 of that was to resolve our heating and flooring issues in the existing house. So for the actual new part of the build, 80,000.
Comfortable with that?
It is a big stretch for us, really, but, we have got an absolutely amazing house. We've all got space to spread out, we've got plenty of space to have people over. The kids have got places to play.
The design is absolutely amazing, and Laura, thank you very much for providing us with that initial vision for this. It's just awesome.
It is amazing. We love it. Guys.